All right, we're going to take the last 20 minutes to jump back on to Project 2025. We'll probably get through one or two videos, not that much. Um, in case you've forgotten or in case you're new to watching the show, Project 2025, which was made up by the Heritage Foundation, is a blueprint. What'd you say, Anna?
Many people inside the and outside the Heritage Foundation,
Okay.
but yeah.
Has a blueprint for, doesn't matter who the president is in 2025 as long as they're a Republican.
Mm-hmm.
Their whole ideal is to strip the government down to give full autonomy, control to the president. Step-by-step details. Word for word, phrase for phrase, time for time, and who knows. And they brilliantly wrote a book on it.
Because they're trying to recruit.
Oh, I know. I'm just like, it just dawned on me the other day. I was thinking, wait a minute. Why would you write it down and release it? Hold on. What? We're not talking about the brightest people in the world when it comes to civilization.
Mm.
So when I say brightest people, oh, we got professors and PhD. Dude, no, I'm not talking about education. So the Heritage Foundation has some of the brightest people in the world in that organization. But when it comes to civil rights and civility and just downright humanity, they are the most illiterate people walking the face of the planet. They wrote a blueprint. She keeps saying a manifesto. I don't know if I want to use that word. It just seems like this is a doggone blueprint. Like you're building a house, you need a blueprint. This is what you need to do before you take this step. And this is what they did. And they're
the manifesto is the basic idea. We want to take over. And however they say that. It is a blueprint for taking over. So
yeah. But anyway, let's go ahead and get to the next chapter, which is the talking points. Pay close attention to this and see why to you it sounds so familiar.
The foreword includes a tidy summation of all the conservative wedge issues and talking points that have been flying around over the last few decades, all of which are addressed at length in the document. Look at America under the ruling and cultural elite today. Inflation is ravaging family budgets, drug overdose deaths continue to escalate, and children suffer the toxic normalization of transgenderism, with drag queens and pornography invading their school libraries. Overseas, a totalitarian communist dictatorship in Beijing is engaged in a strategic, cultural, and economic Cold War against America's interests, values, and people, all while globalist elites in Washington awaken only slowly to that growing threat. Moreover, low-income communities are drowning in addiction and government dependence. Contemporary elites have even repurposed the worst ingredients of 1970s radical chic to build the totalitarian cult known today as the Great Awakening. Most alarming of all, the very moral foundations of our society are in peril. The foreword goes on to list the four broad fronts that the policy mandate will cover. Those are 1. Restore the family as the centerpiece of American life and protect our children. 2. Dismantle the administrative state and return self-governance to the American people. 3. Defend our nation's sovereignty, borders, and bounty against global threats. 4. Secure our God-given individual rights to live freely, what our Constitution calls the blessings of liberty. And the manifesto goes on to lay out over 920 pages in 5 sections how they plan on furthering those 4 fronts. Chief among the policies promoted in the manifesto are a gutting of the administrative state and furtherance of the unitary executive theory, which we'll get into what those mean, plus anti-globalist and anti-environmentalist policies to protect from infiltration of Chinese culture into American life and continue the flourishing of American commerce, plus draconian anti-LGBTQ+ policies, and a centering of religion and the traditional family unit in every aspect of governance.
I'm gonna tell you something right now, and I'm gonna give it to you. Let me just get this out.
Yeah, go.
I have never laughed so hard when she read out what everyone's calling the Great Awokening. I have
Awakening.
never laughed so hard in my life. It was like, you really, there is a human being that actually sat down and came up with them 3 words. And it's amazing to me. If you haven't figured it out yet about the rhetoric, I like to use that word a lot because it's been used a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That is the same wording what we've heard from MAGA, from Trump for the longest time, including my all-time favorite, everyone knows about XYZ. It doesn't matter. And you did it right here. What everyone is calling the Great Awakening. Sorry. I apologize. I actually passed elementary English. So I'm awakening. I don't have no idea what that is, other than you trying to put a little spin on the word woke. So it's the Great Awakening, when really it's not you being woke, it's actually you treating human beings like human beings, like individuals, like a person. But sorry, it's my bad that for you, I have to other people to make myself feel better, to make myself feel bigger, to make you look over there while I do some crap over here. Hey, y'all thought y'all was gonna give me a cuss word on the first hour, but to you have to other people so you could go do your dirt. And when people finally try to figure out what your dirt is, and they know that your dirt is wrong, now we have to, but look over there. Yeah, but I have yet to see the drag queen touch a child. And trust me, if it was as bad as y'all made it out to be, it would be on every news organization ever known. It's not even on your organization. But go ahead with your good luck with your fighting the Great Awakening. Go ahead, Anna.
I do like that. The Great Awakening. Gurdjieff said in the 1800s, I believe it was, that we only spend mere moments awake, and then for the rest of our lives, we go back to sleep. It's very true. Okay, so let's look at the 4 pillars here. The return of the family. So that means mom, dad, 2.5 kids, a family pet. I don't know. They're just really, really upset at LGBTQ again. 2 moms, 2 dads. You go all the way to like designer babies. It's nothing more than the same dog whistles that, yeah, this is what they're being told to talk about. So, of course, these are all very familiar concepts to us. We don't want a traditional family anymore. In fact, some of us work better without the traditional units. The next thing, let me see.
You got your notes,
I do.
the ones I would never read.
They need to take down, no, my own notes, actually, not
Oh, okay.
Legia's notes. And thank you so much to Legia Miller, because
Yeah, appreciate
this,
it.
this was an incredible video. For those of us that did not know about mandates of leadership in this detail, I do appreciate the education.